We are live. There we go. All right. Well, I'm going to turn that down for us, and I think we're ready to roll. So, welcome everybody. We are live, Facebook Live. Have a big day coming up today. I have a weekly education service called TOA Select, in which I have typically four. On occasion, we have five, depending on how many Wednesdays we get in a month. We have four different topics, plus a gigantic library of exercises and tons of other educational content online that you get access to with TOA Select. But each week we have a different topic. It starts with business, marketing, management, all that side of our business, how we own and operate, put all of our efforts into building our business and our brand. All that comes in week one. Week two, we have Dan McLean joins us, our awesome physical therapist. Dan, the physio man, joins us, and he does a movement assessment based on one particular muscle group. So we've worked our way from the back of the body at the ankles all the way up to the deltoids now. And now we're wrapping over the front of the body, and we're going to start working our way down. We're going to get into the chest and arms here a little bit coming up in the next couple of months. And then the third week, we get into program design, and that's what we're doing today. Is we're going to be talking about power production. Last month we did training the frail elder. The month before that, we had a client that was obese. It was in a fat loss program. The month before that, we had a client that had a knee replacement. And all of these are all stored, and you can join TOA Select at any time. You get to see all these back issues. So what we're going to be going through today is defining power. And I know this is basic and simple, but we're going to kind of dive into that a little bit and talk about some of the research and how it supports the idea of moving certain loads, certain tempos, and what is ideal, what can we do more of, and some strategies for that. I'm going to highlight basically 8 to 10 of the more common power-based movements and how we can modify and adjust those for the aging athlete. So I'll give you a quick little glimpse at that in a minute. But we look a lot at current research, and some of the tools that are out there to support with power training a little questionable. If you ask me, there's some exercises and some strategies in here that really look to be more strength based to me than it is power based. But this is a very good breakdown here of some of the strategies and the research that have been implemented. And I actually heard from the gentleman Brian Mann that did the research on this. I heard from him this morning, and after I had posted this, and he shared some information, what equipment they use and how they came about it, and what a huge need our industry really has, especially for the aging population, to teach power movements, teach our clients how to move quickly. And this is such a big piece for us with everything that we are going to be challenged with in our future moving forward, is that our aging populations through the pandemic have really seen a huge hit in terms of true sarcopenia. Like, if you guys don't know what sarcopenia is, it's not just atrophy of muscle. True sarcopenia is the reduction in muscle function, meaning your muscle is not only shrinking, but it's losing its ability to perform at a high level and to perform at all. And so, yes, your musculature shrinks, but your performance, your ability to function and perform certain movements is gone as well. And that's the big issue. As we age, we start to see the forward head, the round shoulders, the tucked butt, the little walking steps, and you get that old man walk, which is really based on a lack of use. You're not using your musculature, you're not training it, not improving your postures, not challenging your body every day. So the body just starts to kind of wither, fold, and shrink into the direction that it's placed in the majority of the day, which is down and forward. And so we lose our ability to maintain structure, good posture, move load, row it, press it, carry it, transfer it, all that. And at no other time, in my opinion, my 40 plus years plus research, have we seen such a highlight or a feature of this than in the last year, where it was at 45% of our country 50 and over had sarcopenia, is now estimated at 58 to maybe 60%, because the instruction of stay home, and not to go out with COVID and everything else that we went through and are still going through. A lot of folks had the opportunities to go out and walk on a daily basis, and to do their gardening and play in their sport and do all the things they would normally do. All that came to a screeching halt. And so we saw this huge jump in sarcopenia cases, injuries, falls, everything else that comes with this. So we can trace all this back to baseline strength training, plus dynamically moving that weight quickly, ultimately releasing it, as you saw in a couple of the slides there. And that's the presentation I am doing today. Never too late to join us if you want to hop on. We go every Wednesday at 11. They're all recorded, so if you can't join us live, that's fine. We'll be diving deep into power training. My friend, my colleague, Dr. Evan Osar, my bald brother, he and I are doing a power training pre-con for 4 hours in June before the FAI summit. And this is just a very small little look into the exercises we'll be teaching, but really implementing, understanding how you can not just take regular lifts, lighten them, and accelerate that tempo to train power. You can do that. How do we really maximize it? So we've got 15, 16 exercises that will really do the job for our aging athletes, our aging population. We do have a differential between those two. We look at the aging athlete, still training performance. And I don't mean competitive like pro level. I just mean that they're still playing tennis, they're golfing every weekend, they're training with a purpose to get better and maintain and stay in their sport. And then you have folks that aren't doing sport, but they're competitively minded, they're athletically minded. They want to challenge themselves and push in the weight room, pushing this. This is great. Strength training at a base every other day, minimum of 20 minutes is a baseline staple. And I would love it if everybody would do that. And there is a resistance training component and availability for everyone out there, from traditional strength training with machines and selectorized, to free weights, to bar classes, to suspension trainings, to Indian clubs, to kettlebells, to sandbags, to sandbells, to fat bells. There's so many different implements, strategies, styles, types of exercise, and specifically resistance training. We have to have an external load to really stimulate that additional development of strength and increase of function for the body moving forward long term. So the reason I stress this, and the reason that I want to get this out to everybody, is I want you to benefit from it. You, number one, okay? I'm surrounded by this. It's very much in my face right now with family of how not having, lived a resistance training, exercise-based life can start to have really negative effects in the future or in current state. Medical issues come. So I want you to act now. If you already do this, I'm preaching to the choir, but what about those people around you, the ring around you, your friends, your family, your colleagues, right, and coworkers? We have that reach of those three people that we need to infect with this mindset. And we cannot become a statistic to sarcopenia. You guys get a base level of strength, your ability to go out and do anything and everything else that you want to pursue, your happiness in life, from walking to sport, to hiking, to vacationing, to dancing, to whatever it is. You will be that much more likely to be great at it, to prevent injury while doing it, to improve your quality of life, to endure and be able to continue to do so at a high level. And that's what we want. That's what keeps us independent and keeps us enjoying and looking forward to what we do every day, what we have to come in our days. When we lose our ability, we lose our function, our dependency on someone else becomes a heavy liability, and our quality of life and the joy of waking up every day starts to decrease. And that shouldn't happen ever, in my opinion. We should go out on the bench press, right? Like, that'll be your last dying day, like 38, and that's it. that'd be a good way for me to go, right? I want everybody to live. My point is keep your independence, keep your strength, and learn. And seriously, base level, 20 minutes every other day, find some form of resistance training that you like and start to build a base. And as you get better and you start to get a little affected in the mind, like, wow, I really like this. I'm seeing results. I feel good. I feel strong. Take it to the next level. Get 20 minutes every day. Just increase to 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And ideally, ultimately, we want 60 minutes of activity every day, not resistance training every day, but 60 minutes of activity. And this includes walking intervals and swimming and bike riding and gardening and yoga and meditation, anything else that where you're truly being up and physically active and able. We really want to make that a goal. But to start, 20 minutes every other day, just start lifting some weights, moving things around, start to challenge your body, and we'll go from there. Step counts, something I'm putting together here the next couple of days that I would like to do. I'm finding a way that I can ask people to input this. So if anybody out there has ideas, how we could get 20, 30, 40 people to just input their step counts for me and what they do professionally. What I'm trying to see is those that are sitting at desks, they're lawyers or doctors, whatever you are. What are you averaging your profession? Is it 8,000 steps a day? Is it 4,000 steps a day? For other professions, what you're doing, if you're in landscaping or you run a garage, you're on your feet constantly. Maybe you're getting 15,000 steps a day. I get in 10,000 steps a day in here, just training my 6 groups in the morning, right? Constantly circling and chasing, cleaning, fixing, moving. I want to see where we're at and what's truly a realistic number based on your profession, what you do. I mean, ideally, we should all get 10,000 steps a day, maybe even more. But if you're sitting all day and your job requires you to be right here in front of this camera doing what you're doing, how realistic is that? So maybe we set that goal at 6,000 because currently you're only doing 3,500. Step count, it's simple, it's cheap. Pedometers are $2, right? But if you have your smart technology, it's already built into what you're doing. It can give you a full day count of all your steps. We can track your activity and just use that as a base level to see how active am I every day and what kind of standard can I put in to say, yeah, you're right, I do need my 7,500 steps today and I'm at 5,000, let's go for a walk after dinner. This is how we get our 30 to 60 minutes of activity every day, right? So we have to inspire this. We have to find things to say, the standards I want to hold, the goals that I want to achieve, right? The pursuits, the standard I'm going to hold each day will get me there. It's no longer about the scale. Give a shit less about that, right? What I need you guys to start focusing on is your quality of life, how strong you are, how capable you are. The scale will take care of itself. We can talk about nutrition in the future. We can talk about, improved quality of life in the future in terms of your regular daily routines. But all of this has to start with a base foundation. And that foundation comes from strength. We get you stronger, you are that much more likely to achieve whatever it is we're pursuing, whatever it is you're trying to get better at. Okay. And once you build that level and we start to move things a little quicker, that's where power comes in. We get dynamic, we get explosive. And now little trips and stumbles don't turn into falls and broken hips. They turn into a stumble that you rescue, that you get right out of. It's not an issue anymore. Something you don't even give a second thought to. You stub my toe, I move on. Okay. So these are our goals. We need to get this mindset out. 2021, we are reaching the mindset, the goal, the endeavor to end sarcopenia. It's probably not realistic to end it, but for anyone close and important to you, you know how valuable this is. Get the word out, get that message out. 58% of our country over age 50 has sarcopenia. That means your body is degenerating and your loss of function is great. That all depends on your quality of life. How great are your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s going to be? They're supposed to be golden. Aren't those the golden years? So let's take good advantage of that. And once you guys out vacationing and climbing and hiking and doing all this in your 80s and your 90s and your hundreds, setting records, being great. Movement is life. That is our motto. We got to keep this going any way, shape, or form. It starts number one, establishing your foundation, get strong, and we can build from there. You have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. All my other fitness professionals out there, spread the word. End sarcopenia. Vote no on Prop Sarcopenia, right? Down with sarcopenia. However we want to put it out there. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope you all have a great day. Get your lift in, and we will see you next time. If you want to join us for TOA Select, head over to trainingtheolderadult.com. Click on courses. You'll see you could sign up today and join us. It's only $99 a month. There are CEUs included, and you get over 140 hours of stuff. I have so much on there, gang, and we're only 5 months into this. Wait till the end of the year and everything you're going to have. Exercise library, mobilities, menus, archived articles, past talks that I've done. Anyway, there's a ton in there. It's well worth it, and we hope to see you. Hope to have you join us. End sarcopenia. Movement is life. I love you. Thank you.